Okay, so we've got the hood up. Now we're going to get underneath the vehicle and we're going to start removing the bumper cover from underneath. So now we're underneath the vehicle and we need to take down this plastic skid plate right here. You're going to notice that there's some 10mm headed bolts that hold it up. Let's just remove them all. Remove the shield. Okay, so now that we've got that skid plate down, we're going to continue on to removing the plastic from the bumper cover here. You're going to notice there's a 10mm right there. There should be one right here. So remove whatever you've got. That's what it looks like. This should move around now. Okay. If you come up inside the wheel well, let's see if I can get this to pull out far enough. So if you come into the wheel well, you can see that there's a 10mm right here. Remove that. Now we can pull this a little bit and you can find the hidden bolt that's right here. Perfect. We're going to grab right here. There's a little wiring harness. Should have a 194 bulb inside there that lights up this right here. That looks great. Pull this down a little bit. Reach up in here. You should have your fog lamp assembly wiring. Pull that out. You can leave it dangling if you want or disconnect it, whatever's best for you. Let's do the same to the other side of the vehicle. So we're up top. You can see the plastic bumper cover. You have a mounting bolt here and then one on the other side of the high beam assembly. Let's just remove those, hopefully. Alrighty. Cool. We'll do the same to the other side of the vehicle. All right, so let's just grab this, give it a little wiggle, and pull it right off. All right, so now it's time to remove our lens assembly bolts. You've got one here. And the last one is located right here. So now this should pull out. Just be careful because there is still some wiring involved. There we are. Let's just start disconnecting everything. That right there. Carefully pull this out of here. Try not to touch the glass on the bulb. We're going to disconnect this right here. There we are. And then of course we have our headlamp, our headlight bulb. Carefully remove that. Set that aside. There's our assembly, friends. Okay, so we have our brand new TRQ headlamp assembly here. Let's bring it over to the vehicle and we're going to start putting in our bulbs. Once again, we're going to be very careful not to touch the glass as much as possible. Put that in. We're going to give it a twist so it should lock in. Give it a little wiggle. That feels great. Let's continue on. Got another bulb here. This one's for the high beam. Turn that one in. It's locked in. We've got our wiring connector here. Snap it in. Just double check, make sure everything's good. Start getting ready to install this. You've got this little piton right here. It's going to slide up into this hole. Just bring it right over. Should want to walk right up onto it. So let's get these bolts started in. This one right here. And then of course our final and third one down in this corner. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so let's snug them up. Now is a perfect time to check the lights before you get that bumper cover on. Check your headlights, make sure those turn on. Check your high beams. And of course your directionals. Everything looks pretty great. Let's move along. Let's grab our bumper cover and put it back on the vehicle. Obviously we want to be careful not to scuff our paint or our new headlamp assembly. Just put it right over. Give it a couple loving bonks. See if we can get it situated. Let's get our bolts started up on the top here. Just going to put that in a few threads. So now that they're all started, let's just button them up real quick. Nice. Okay, so let's get our bulbs hooked back up. It's in here. Give it a little twist. I like to put the wires up and out of the way. Can't get caught on anything. And grab the marker light. That up on here, hopefully. There it is. So now we're going to get in our little bolt right there. That up there. Tuck this in. Do the same to the other side of the vehicle. we go. We get this tucked up in here. You make sure the plastic's up above the bumper. Should be a little thing that looks like this. Make sure there's one for there if there's supposed to be. Move along, do the same to the other side of the vehicle. Okay, so let's get our shield put back up. All right, let's tighten these up. Okay, so to show you real quick, you have an adjustment point here and here for your low beam. And then over here for your high beam, you have one there and right there. And they're fairly simple to do. You can use a Phillips head screwdriver, or of course you can use a wrench or a ratchet and just turn the head on the end. All right, with that said, all you have to do now is align your headlights and take her for a road test. This is going to be a general tutorial on how to aim your brand new TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, so looking at your brand new TRQ headlamp assembly, you're going to see where your low beam is, and you'll see a little dot right in the center. And that is the axis point, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to mark that with an erasable marker, just so it's easier to see. Next, what we need to do is measure from the level ground up to this point and take note of that measurement. Now we're just going to pull the car up to our wall. On our vehicle, we remember that the measurement was 28 inches for our access point. Your vehicle may be different, but that's where I'm going to put this tape, just above that 28 inches. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so let's just back the vehicle up, straight back 25 feet from the wall. And now that we moved our vehicle 25 feet back from the wall, we're going to start with our measurement here. That's where the headlamp center is. We're going to go down 4 inches on the driver's side. On the passenger side, we have our line here. What we need to do is go down 2 inches. To adjust the driver's side, we're going to cover our passenger side headlamp. If you look at the back side of your headlamp assembly, you're going to see something that looks like this. This is the adjustment. Some of these headlight assemblies have 1, 2, or even more of them, but you should at least have one. This is how we're going to adjust the headlight beam. Now we're going to lower the top part of the beam down to just below this line. When you turn the adjustment to the right, it brings the beam up, and if you turn it to the left, it'll bring the headlight beam down. And this is this way on most vehicles. Let's continue on to doing the passenger side. All right, we properly aligned our TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, and on the quality TRQ headlamps for a pickup truck, the procedure is going to be the same. You're going to find your center dot, mark it, and then you'll measure from the level ground up to your dot. So once your headlamps are properly adjusted, it'll be time to adjust your fog lamps. You'll notice on the driver's side, the focal point is all the way at the bottom right now. I would like to bring it up so it meets up with approximately the bottom of the focal point of the headlight. Some fog lamps have an adjuster, others don't. The ones that do have an adjuster, you would just turn the adjustment to the left or to the right to adjust the beam up and down to where it needs to be. Now with your TRQ headlamps and fog lamps properly aligned, you can drive down the road safely.